Hey everybody, christopherodd here. Welcome back to the Council. This is the third episode now. It's called Ripples. And if you remember, episode 2 left us on a major cliffhanger with our mother walking into this kind of crypt area. We had found one of the servants dead on the ground, and she walks up, she puts a gun to the back of our head and says, "Who are you?" And we're like, what? And then it ended. So, let's dive in, shall we?
The only thing I can tell you is that Sarah had indeed changed. In your opinion, why would your mother remain in hiding over several weeks?
You must leave me alone now. I have agreed to everything, even to...
But you do realize your mother will have to accept the consequences of her acts.
I hope that your search will prove successful and bring Sarah back to us soon.
I'll be leaving now because whatever it is you're up to, I do not want to know.
Since then,
he was acting a little sketchy recently as well in that maze.
Erased the identity of my sister Emma, Emily Hillsborough, the woman with two faces.
Everyone seems to be a little unnecessarily heated. Don't forget where you are, please.
Don't forget where you are, please. Okay, well, I remember some people pointing out that this one was available to us, and I'm gonna go ahead and put this one in here because we get a whole bunch of points for it. We can do, actually what we should really do is take a look at what we might want to unlock next, or where we're close, right? So etiquette is close. Detective, we have a whole bunch of them getting really close to being level 2. This one here, manipulation, we need 3 points in. So if we look here, this is getting us science, linguistics, and erudition. This is psychology. And then we have another linguistics here if we want it. So maybe we should kind of double down on the ones that this unlocks, science, linguistics, and erudition. And grab another point in linguistics here. And I guess that puts us in like a decent spot. It's okay. It's okay. We'll try and get more of these as we go. But I think for now, this is cool. Okay, so let's get going. Now, the scene that it just showed us was everybody in here, and I'm wondering...
Don't move.
Okay, yeah, good. Disconcerted. Someone threw you off your balance. The cost of effort points increases when using your skills. You can use a golden elixir to cure yourself.
Wait, I don't...
So you've come at last.
Easy. Let me turn around.
Let's do that.
Oh my god,
I think we're definitely going to display immunities and vulnerabilities.
Who are you?
What? But, Mother!
Who are you?
Yeah, see, she's not herself.
Louis, your son.
No, you lie. You won't catch me out like that. Louis isn't here. He obeys his mother. He would never have come here.
What?
Mother, I don't know what you've been through, but lower your arm, please.
You think I was born yesterday, do you? But it won't work.
I'm begging you.
One day you will fall.
Mother!
Why are you here?
What is she even talking about? Okay, so she's immune to that. I think we go here.
Let's go, Mother. Let's go home.
In all my heart, there's nothing I want more. But I know you won't let me leave.
We just need to be cool.
You are evil incarnate. Every word that comes out of your mouth is sharper than a razor blade.
What the hell's happened to her?
I don't wish you any harm. Really, Mother. It's me, Louis.
Don't speak to me about him. You will never get him.
Mother, stop torturing yourself. It really is me, Louis. How can I convince you?
If you really are who you say you are, what was the saying I taught you?
This was
You've been
like
telling it to
early.
me since I was 3 years old, Mother. how could I ever forget it? Always keep your mind logical.
I guess. And open. Because, like, they're all the same.
And open.
You knew it. You are smart. You're getting me muddled up. Tell me, rather, whose place were we at when I told you I was coming
display
here?
a bit
Mother,
later.
I really am your son. You can't trick me. We were in Paris. We were investigating an art dealer.
His name?
Oh, I'm pretty sure actually, I think it's Borchert.
I just told you can't trick me. His name was von Borchert.
Yes.
My God,
Oh, I can't believe I remember that,
lost,
actually.
Then. I refuse to believe it's really you, Louis. Otherwise, all this would be for nothing.
Mother, I don't know what happened to you, but don't worry. Everything is going to be fine. I'm here for you and...
No! I ordered you not to come with me.
I received a letter and Lord Mortimer informed me of your disappearance. So I took the...
No! 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 It's not true. It's a nightmare. Don't tell me that. Have you spoken to him?
Oh, shit. She's completely panicked because I spoke to Mortimer.
Yeah.
It seems she's afraid of what he might have said to me about her.
Did he speak to you?
Ooh. Well, this one's free.
Mother, I don't know what you're imagining, but don't worry. Everything will be all right. If you're worried about what I might think about Elizabeth Adams, honestly...
Oh, Louis! Elizabeth is the last of my worries right now. I did what I could for her.
She called me Louis, so
but
that's
it
a good
was too
sign.
late. Very well. Logical and open, Louis. Since you arrived on the island, has anything strange happened to you?
Depends on what you mean by strange.
I mean, everything has been strange. Let's be clear. Let's ask her.
Do you want to tell me about your relationship with Elizabeth Adams?
Louis, I don't know what you found out, but just know that I did everything I could to help her.
See, like, I do believe that she did everything she could to help her.
You mean the voices that she claimed to hear?
Look, this is neither the place nor the time to speak about it. Now shut up and listen to me.
Boom.
We might still have a chance. Something of utmost importance is going to play out right here.
What are you talking about?
A conference, Louis. I should think all Mortimer's guests have arrived by now, haven't they?
Yes, they have. Since this morning.
Perfect. The conference will be able to begin.
Indeed. It shouldn't be long and...
Let me finish. We haven't time. You will attend this
Classic
conference,
bomb.
and you must find out what Mortimer is up to. Don't trust him, Louis. Understood?
Okay.
But what's it about?
No matter. I'd wager it's about a vast acquisition of some territory in North America. This, however, is not the issue.
But don't you think that...
Louis, I made a mistake by coming here.
Yeah, looks like it.
We are in the lion's den.
What do you mean?
Mortimer, Holm, their guests. Watch what happens. Do you think it's normal that the representatives of the most powerful nations are here all on their own without anyone else? On an island in the middle of nowhere in total secrecy?
No, not really, but...
Louis! They shape the world. They manipulate us. Everything is decided here and now. They create and break states, provoke wars, destitute governments, or decide who will be their leaders. Open your eyes!
I mean, yes, they're the most, like, powerful
calm
people
yourself, please.
in one area.
Nothing is
It's bad.
impossible for them. They are capable of reaching everyone, wherever they may be.
She is right.
Through high society banquets, they model the future of us all, and it isn't at all an issue for them.
And? What do you propose?
It's time to act, my son. You will go to this conference, and from the inside, you'll do everything you can to prevent Mortimer's plan from going ahead smoothly. We can talk later.
Boy.
I'll explain everything.
But why?
Do as I say, Louis. It's of the utmost importance. Beware of Mortimer. He won't let anything stand in his way.
You promised me that after...
Yes, after. Go now.
Yes, Mother, I'm going.
Holy, walking on eggshells, Batman.
One more thing, Mother. Emily Hillsborough, Emma's sister, came to this island looking for her sister. She probably won't hesitate to take revenge and...
Time to run.
It's the signal that the conference is starting, Louis. Don't be concerned about the Duchess. She's the last of our worries.
There's obviously more to the Duchess. Because she keeps saying, like, don't worry about her, and all we want to do is talk about her. It's kind of bizarre. One thing that's weird is all the prompts coming up are, like, PlayStation controller prompts. I'm playing this on PC with an Xbox controller. So it's, you know, it's a bit strange. Okay, which way? How do we get out of here again? Let's check out this way. It's cool to be back in here. Like, that cliffhanger really stuck with me. And I've been thinking about it consistently since we finished that. So I'm excited that this is back. And one part of me is like, man, it'd be nice to wait until everything is just done. And not have to, like, remember things between, like, 2 months. But the other part of me is just like, I just want to know what's happening all the time, you know? We did unlock something, and I'm not sure if that was in here. Oh, maybe, oh, it was a trait, I think, wasn't it? Guardian. So you gain a point in occultism. You managed to reassure Sarah de Richet. Now, if we really quickly look at our character stuff here, what are we close to leveling up? Like, we need 2 points in etiquette, 4 points in conviction, 3 points in linguistics, 4 points in erudition. It's like, these are the ones I think we should probably focus on. Yes, like, getting these up to higher levels would be really nice, but it's such a huge investment where getting everything up to level 2 could open up a lot of doors for us, so I'm thinking that that's probably the approach we want to take. And you can see already some of the points that we have where some of our actions are free, so that's pretty nice. What is this? Wait, what is this?
Golden elixir.
Oh, cool. I was thinking maybe the book, but fine. Are they ready for me?
Monsieur de Richet, you are expected at the conference. Please take the door to your left to join the guests.
All right. Good shot. So she vehemently was stating, don't trust Mortimer, do whatever you can to disrupt his plans. But by the same token, she's completely
I have suspected it.
off her rocker, for lack of a better term. Alright, we could just go up to Mortimer, but I'm curious. I want to see what else is going down here. Also, I see a little...
A fragment of amber.
There we go. 2 more and we get another skill point.
My son, glad you're here. It seems, Lord Mortimer's been waiting for you to arrive before beginning. What a pity your mother isn't here for the conference. I hope I'll be able to see her before I leave. I still have a very important letter to give to her.
Yeah, I remember that.
Are you all right, Louis? You look like you're miles away.
Everything's fine. Don't worry.
Lord Mortimer wants to talk to you, Louis. Don't make him wait.
Okay.
Indeed, I rather believe he did. I had some.
So that scene that we saw where everybody was standing around, I have to imagine that that is from maybe, I guess we take them there later or something, or I'm not sure.
I don't know if you ever found what you were looking for in the garden, but Mortimer is waiting for you. I suggest you get a move on.
You say it as if you were afraid of him.
Yeah, see, any of these psychology ones, this is nice because they're free.
I sense that you have things you'd like to say, but something's holding you back. What is going on?
Oh, that's one of his
between you
vulnerabilities.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I
Nice.
believed in him. I followed him to the best of my ability. I championed his ideas, defended his decisions, and then, without even realizing it, I became lost. The siren's song, Monsieur de Richet. You wake up one morning, not knowing where you are, and you think about everything you've done for a man who wasn't even worth it. For a man who has no respect for you, who uses you, and who drops you as soon as he no longer...
Maybe you shouldn't say this so loudly. He'll probably hear you.
It's too late now. But you still have a choice. Don't respond to his calls, sir.
Whoa. See, even he's like telling us not to trust him.
I have suspected
A chest with a motif representing the alchemical symbol of water.
We could pick these.
Is there not a little mistake somewhere?
Yes, because she asked him at last, and he could not
Unlock the second lock. It's free. Ooh. Trait unlocked for quick as well. Where is it? I don't see it.
Your conjecture is...
Yeah, I don't see quick. Alright.
I have suspected it for some time, but now...
Oh, we got like a bunch of stuff from that. Okay, I don't know that I want to talk with him just yet. I think we got one of everything.
Is there not a little mistake somewhere?
Yes, because she asked him at last, and he could not help answering what she said.
Thank you. Now, if I want to double check, let me actually double check this because some of these guys look very similar. Yeah, okay, so this is the guy. The other dude is... Where is he? Not manual. Ah. No, where is he? Oh, this guy. Johan. Okay, so let's talk to him then. Jeez, this room is stocked right up. This is the downside with like having 2 or 2.5 months between episodes. It's like
Good evening,
remembering
gentlemen.
the who's who.
Are we ready? The much-awaited conference is about to begin.
That is what we have all been waiting for.
I believe that Lord Mortimer wishes to speak to you before it begins. You should go and see him. Are you quite
So I've heard. Thanks.
Is there not a little mistake somewhere?
Yes, because
All right. What is? We're just finding stuff everywhere right now. Look at.
Golden elixir.
By all that I have ever read, I'm convinced that it is very common indeed.
Okay, well, this is definitely the last place. So let's see if there's anything else. There is something else sitting over here. Look at that stuff. We are full up. I'm looking at the chairs to see if there's anything else around. But I think we're good.
Ah, Louis, I've been expecting you. Thank you for joining us. We are about to begin our conference. Let me explain what is at stake.
Oh, I can
Thank
imagine.
you kindly. But what do you expect of me exactly? My mother's the one who's supposed to attend, not me.
That is indeed what was initially intended. Unfortunately, she still hasn't been found, and my guests can't stay here indefinitely. The conference must begin, and it would be truly beneficial to the Order to join in the project. Consequently, I would like you to replace her during her absence. What is at
Gotcha.
stake here is of the utmost importance.
It's important that the French order gets their say. And should you need any advice, don't worry. You are not alone, Louis.
Very well.
Okay, so you want to explain what it's about, first of all?
Can you give me a brief explanation of the aim of it all?
Of course, Louis, I was coming to that. The aim of these meetings is to bring together the most influential people in order to think together about the future.
But the future of who?
Of the world, Louis.
Our desire is to steer the destiny of our respective countries for the good of all, and to no longer suffer the random hazards of history.
Our desire is to steer the destiny of our respective countries for the good of all and no longer suffer the random hazard. Okay, so they're basically just going to control everything. And how does the conference work exactly?
In concrete terms, how do you organize your discussions?
A conference is always organized the same way. There are two masters of ceremony who determine an important subject.
You and Sir Gregory, I presume.
Exactly. We shall be the masters of ceremony.
Of course.
It was our obligation to each bring to the table several guests in order to debate a subject. Once the debate is closed, a decision will be made by a vote of all the participants.
By a unanimous vote. If the project is not agreed on by all, then it will be rejected.
And neither of the two masters of ceremony have the right to vote.
It's up to the guests alone to decide, Louis. In other words, us.
Gregory and myself are merely the go-betweens. Finally, if the project is validated, each guest goes home and starts working to make it happen.
It can take years.
Sure. So if we wanted to cause him strife, like Mother has asked, then we could just disagree with whatever it is, because it has to be unanimous. How often do you guys meet?
Do you often hold this kind of society dinner?
In general, once a year, but in actual fact it tends to be events that dictate our gatherings.
How long have you been active?
Oh, this tradition has more or less always existed, Louis. It has continued from generation to generation.
Can you give me an example of an event that was decided here before being implemented in the outside world?
Well, take the French Revolution. It was decided right here 2 years before its implementation in
That's
France.
a bold claim.
Concerning the case of the French Revolution, I wasn't invited. But as far as the American Revolution is concerned, Louis, I can testify that we planned it 5 years before implementing it, for example.
Wow, okay. I think we're good.
Louis, let me keep you a moment.
I cannot be influenced.
I would like to let you in on a secret before we begin, because I'm going to need your assistance.
Oh, no.
You see, the project I'm going to present concerns the territory of Louisiana in North America. It's currently Spanish territory, and I'm going to make the proposition to the Assembly for it to become French.
Uh-huh.
But how does that concern me?
Well, you see, I prepared this project with your mother. We began thinking about a crazy idea. Unfortunately, Sarah went missing before getting the bigger picture. I don't intend to stop at Louisiana. My idea is to increase the territory of the United States. The first stone of this vast project consists of getting Spain to cede Louisiana to France. Once it becomes French, France will hand it over to the United States, which will then allow them to double the size of their territory. And that's where you come in. France and the United States, hand in hand, two democracies illuminating the world.
I can think of a couple people here that aren't going to like that a lot. How far does this project go?
But why spread it over 2 phases? Why not announce the overall project immediately?
Unfortunately, if Spain were to hear that the intention of all this is to allow the United States to grow, they would never sign.
So you have to frame it in a way...
Godoy is perfectly aware of President Washington's appetite.
Yeah.
If the United States took Louisiana, Godoy would know full well that he will have lost the entire North American continent. Things must take place in several stages. Otherwise, the change will be too brutal, and he will have no choice but to reject the project. Take a look at them. Apart from President Washington, they all belong to monarchies. Do you really think they won't resist? Of course they'll fight, fearful as they are of losing their precious privileges. But the world needs visionaries, like you, like your mother. It's a pity Sarah isn't here to see it.
He's manipulating me.
She only knew about a tiny part of the project. I hope I can count on you, Louis. It's time to start now. I must ask you to keep it to yourself for the time being. Take a seat, follow the discussions. We'll have an opportunity to catch up later, and you'll be able to let me know your thoughts.
Blast it, Mother. You didn't know about everything. His project is commendable. Why tell me to beware? Could you have gotten it wrong?
See, this is the worry, right? Is like crazy moms like don't trust Mortimer. He speaks to us in like this really well thought out plan, and we're like, well, maybe he's right.
First of all, I would like to thank you for taking the time to come.
The honor is ours, my lord.
As per our custom, here we are all together to discuss the face of tomorrow's world. Even though there may be certain tensions between our nations, I must ask you to keep an open mind. As Sarah de Richet is unable to be among us, please welcome Louis de Richet, who will represent the Golden Order and will vote on its behalf when the time comes.
Welcome among us, Louis.
Welcome, Monsieur.
I hope he'll be more effective than his mother regarding the protection of the King of France. The Order has proved particularly inefficient.
Come, Manuel, you're not going to spoil our visit. The Order's mission was not to protect King Louis XVI, as far as I am aware.
We are talking about a king of divine blood, for goodness sake. It seemed obvious to me he needed protecting. If the Golden Order wants to pride itself on being an influential organization, it should have kept him alive.
I'm just gonna stay quiet.
Perhaps we may begin, Lord Mortimer.
Certainly. I have a dream that our nations will continue to support each other.
Is he telling us this telepathically?
A dream that, for the sake of common good, we will do what it takes to ensure stability in the modern world. I have a dream that we shall lead by example and ensure that the American territory may remain in peace.
Thank you for the thought, Lord Mortimer, but I don't see where you're leading.
I'm coming to it, Mr. President. I need not remind you that North America is currently divided between the United States on the East Coast and Spain, which occupies the remaining 2/3 of the continent. Well, I propose that Spain cede the center of the continent to France, namely all of Louisiana.
Louisiana? But
He's
well,
like,
it is not for sale.
hard pass.
Lord Mortimer, I sincerely hope I have not come all this way just to hear you ramble on about what Spain should and should not do. When we went to all the trouble of gaining the territory a few years ago, it was not just to lose it today. Have I made myself clear?
What did I tell you, William? You speak of union, and yet here you are, about to tear us apart.
Duke Manuel, I perfectly understand you. But rest assured, you will soon adore my proposition. You shall see.
Well, since you give me the choice, my good fellow, allow me to doubt it. However, I am impatient to hear what Spain could possibly gain from the sale of Louisiana.
I never spoke of a sale, my good fellow.
What? I do not understand.
There is one more territory left to conquer, if I'm not mistaken, in the northwest. It is, of course, occupied by your notorious Indians, but...
We shall soon be rid of the savages, so that is not the question.
Jeez.
Duke, these savages, as you call them, were there before you. They are on their homeland.
As much as the black people of Africa, Monsieur de Richet.
Okay, we're going there.
That does not stop your dear France from massacring them and sending them like cattle to Mr. Washington's cotton plantations to provide him with cheap labor. So you keep your morals to yourself, if you please.
Senor.
It's a fair argument.
I would not like to be associated with that.
But
the
you are.
subject of black slaves in the United States of America is a complex subject, which we shall resolve at a future date.
I mean...
France is not without fault, but that doesn't take away Spain's
I like how
responsibilities.
calmly we have
You see,
these discussions,
Native
though.
Americans are being subjected to a veritable ethnic cleansing. Europeans are colonizing their land so that it then belongs to them. The widespread evangelization of its inhabitants will soon eradicate a multitude of cultures. You've done the same thing in South America. How far will white people go? Reservations to pin them in like cattle? Total genocide?
Come now, my friends. Let us not digress. Anyway, these primitive people have no souls, Louis. We bring the good word to them in order to save them. You'll see. Colonization brings with it many benefits, too.
Excuse me, if you don't mind, Your Eminence, I shall continue.
It's like, don't muddle my message.
I believe that Spain should cede Louisiana to France, free of charge.
This is utterly grotesque, Lord Mortimer. What a strange example you set for your young protege. Isn't that so, Monsieur de Richet? Do you understand anything of this proposition?
I mean... we don't have a lot of this. We protect you from the Americans, we'll protect you from the British. This one's pretty crazy, but if we wanted to, we could say, let's do this.
If I were you, Senor Godoy, I would think twice before stirring up a scandal.
I beg your pardon?
Given the size of your colonies, you won't be able to keep them for long. A number of countries are eyeing them as we speak. The United States would have no trouble taking them. For all intents and purposes, you have no army in place. By wanting to keep everything, you risk losing it all, especially your colonies in South America, which are far more valuable to you.
That is indeed the danger, Duke Manuel. If it comes to war over Louisiana, you will lose. And probably a good deal more than you now imagine.
Young man, you are indeed a dark horse, aren't you?
Was my high school nickname.
I must say, William, I find your project mostly disfavors me. I thought you were my friend.
And I am, Mr. President. That is why I'm doing everything in my power to calm your expansionist fervor. France, in Louisiana, should persuade you not to attempt anything to take the territory by force. Louisiana is a vast wetland where you would needlessly lose most of your troops. It would weaken you and offer certain nations the perfect opportunity to take back your famous United States.
You wouldn't want that, would you?
I am protecting you from yourself, George. Trust me.
I understand. But with friends like you, sir, I certainly don't need any more enemies. I hope you know what you're doing.
Oh. Okay.
Am I imagining things, or does it look like Washington isn't aware of Mortimer's plan?
Not to put too
vibe
fine
I'm
a
getting.
point on it, Lord Mortimer, but I doubt the Holy See would be in favor of Catholic Louisiana being handed over to secular revolutionaries and king killers.
I should think Monsieur de
I didn't even
Richet
think
has
about,
an
like, the
opinion on
religious
this subject,
impact.
does he not?
Monsieur de Richet has an opinion. I mean... not really.
On the maps of Italy I saw in Mortimer's secret study, he had anticipated movements of troops across Italy. I wouldn't be surprised
saw a lot
if
of
he's
stuff in
planning
there.
an invasion of Italy by France. And if I push the notion a bit further, I can well imagine that Bonaparte's cannons, financed by the Order, will be used for that purpose. The noose is tightening around poor Piaggi's neck without him even realizing it.
I don't know if I'm the best person to speak about that, Your Eminence.
L'atelier pourrait se faire envahir. I have no clue what that means. Something about Italy. I don't know.
Honestly, Your Eminence, I really don't see it that way.
Mi auguro che insegnerete l'educazione a questo giovanotto presuntuoso, Sir Gregory.
It's hard to follow this but I'm trying to keep up.
I hope that you will teach this pretentious young man some manners, Sir Gregory.
Oh.
It looks like I won't be just making friends here.
In any case, my lord, I doubt the English crown will agree.
Ich versichere Ihnen, Emily, nie Preußen wird diese Vereinbarung akzeptieren.
Okay, everyone. English, please.
I assure you, Emily, the Prussian will never accept this agreement. Volner looks like he's set on ruining Mortimer's plan.
Yeah.
Duchess,
Which I actually,
that we shall
I
find
still think we
common
trust
ground.
Mom, you know?
That's enough, William. These are grave times.
As crazy as she
We
seems to
don't
be.
care about the fate of Louisiana. That worthless expanse of putrid swamps interests no one but yourself.
Speak for yourself, my friend.
Hold on there, Mr. Royal Gigolo. Lower the volume, and let Sir Gregory finish.
Holm, Godoy, and now Volner? Mortimer's adversaries are ready to tear each other to pieces, and he takes a malicious pleasure.
Yeah,
watching
that's
it
the
happen.
thing, like...
How dare
Gentlemen, let us try to remain calm.
There you are, William. See where your
This must happen at
projects
every
have taken
conference,
us,
though.
As per usual. Chaos. That's enough. I'm tired. We shall continue this discussion tomorrow, but please be aware that your project will never be ratified. Those who are opposed to this project, follow me.
Oh.
Are you coming with us, Monsieur de Richelieu?
I don't know
Come.
what to do.
Yeah, I think Louis would rather stay. Wouldn't you, Louis?
I'll make my own decisions there. I'm out. As soon as he said that, I'm like, bye.
At the risk of displeasing you, my lord, I'd rather follow Sir Gregory. I don't think this is a place for the Order.
Louis? No.
Let him go, Mr. President.
Sorry, George.
Everyone is free to choose.